Welcome back to the classroom. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the process of elimination. This is probably the most important troubleshooting tool you can build, and it's at least my favorite. Process of elimination means you do not try everything randomly. You remove possibilities one step at a time. Every test should help you answer a question, and every answer should help narrow this list. For example, if a desktop has no display, you might check the monitor power cable, then the video cables, then the output settings on the monitor. You may even check RAM, then maybe dig deeper into other hardware possibilities. That process eliminates possibilities in order. Or if a Wi-Fi printer works on one computer but not on another, that process of elimination helps eliminate the printer itself, the Wi-Fi network, and it most likely points you more towards the affected machine versus the printer itself. And that's why the process of elimination is so powerful. It keeps your troubleshooting clean and it keeps your thinking organized. And it prevents the classic beginner mistake of changing way too many things all at once. Because when you change 5 settings in a row and the issue does improve, you still have no idea what actually fixed the issue. That's not strong troubleshooting, that's messy troubleshooting. A better process looks like this: identify likely causes, test one useful thing at a time, note the result, remove what no longer fits, and then move to the next best step. And this is why good troubleshooters often seem calmer. They're not trying to resolve every issue at once. They're simply trying to narrow the field with each step. And once you start working that way, problems feel much less chaotic.